Hello, Aries. Welcome to your 2022 reading. All right, I feel like this is really exciting. We all know the past couple years haven't exactly been the best, so I'm really looking forward to doing this one. And just as a reminder, this is a general reading. So if something in this isn't resonating for you, if the whole reading isn't resonating for you, um, please remember to also check your moon, rising, and Venus sign. And you know what? That should clear some things up. Even if like part of this is resonating, I feel it's also a good idea to check those out. But I'm just super excited to get into these. So I've got 4 decks here that I'm going to use. I have this one is a new one to me. It is Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. It's a Colette Baron Reid deck. We've also got Spirit Animal Oracle and Star Seeds. And Star Seeds is what I'm going to start off with. To me, this is kind of going to be, I want to say, a little bit of a theme for what your 2022 is going to look like, which is, if your year has been as rough as mine, hopefully way better than 2021, right? All right, so what we have here is courage, which is, I feel like, a really good way to start this off. It almost feels like you're not going to let fear hold you back anymore. Obviously, live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. And I love that. So I'm going to put this right up here. Okay. And let's say we give you your spirit animal first. And then, of course, we're going to go into the tarot as well. So don't you worry. We're going to get a little bit in depth here, okay? So for Aries, what do we have here for 2022? There we go. Okay, we have Cat Spirit, claim your independence. I really like this. It just gives off an air of, again, not really living your life in fear anymore, kind of stepping out and being like, no, this is my life. I'm going to live it exactly the way I want to. And at the bottom of the deck was Peacock Spirit, let it shine. So I feel like you're definitely going to let it shine, Aries. All right, we've got also the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. This is a new deck for me. Oh, wow. Got one. I kind of want to give you another one. But I'm definitely getting strong vibes off of these cards. Like, I'm loving it, because what you got sitting here is the Horse King, assistance, control. It feels like more of a taking control of your own life kind of energy I'm getting here. I've also got the Metal King that came out, discipline, armor, boundaries. I really love this for you. It's like I'm getting just a done with everyone's shit kind of feeling. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you'll lend assistance when someone needs it, if they ask for it, but you're not going to overgive. You're going to have your boundaries, right? And I really like that the 2 cards that are here are kings, right? I really do. So I'm going to sit these off here, I think. And I am using the Light Seers Tarot. Let's find out what 2022 has in store for Aries. And I apologize, I know that one was going to be very loud. But we're just going to throw this out. We've got a whole year to look at, you guys. A whole year. So let's just let the cards fall where they may, shall we? And then I'm going to build you a story. which I think is a fun way to put it. I also really love to write, and if I can kind of give you a story and show you how things are going to be, how they are even, um, I like that. It's kind of like combining hobbies, don't you think? All right. I'm not gonna lie, starting out, these cards do not look like the best, but what I'm gonna say is, with kind of like the overall theme being courage, the card that you got out was Cat Spirit, claim your independence, and you got the Metal King and the Horse King. And the energy I'm getting is taking back control of your life, right? Um, these the cards that I'm feeling that I don't like are the cards where I feel like as the year goes on, the energy dissipates. Okay. And when I looked at the clock just there, I did see 555, which I did not get 3 fives yet, but we did have 2. We've got 5 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles. And this feels like almost the energy you're entering into in 2022. It's kind of the energy you're leaving 2021 with. And like I said, I know the past year, couple years, 2, 3, whatever, they've not been kind to any of us, and some of us they've been a little harsher than normal, right? So the fact that I'm seeing just general, like, I feel sadness and loneliness, isolation, regret, just I'm getting wish you'd made some different choices off of these cards. The fact that that's what I'm getting is just like, obviously I don't like it. I can tell you don't like it either, because we do also have the 3 of Swords, which, I mean, let's just all agree this is kind of the shitty trifecta. Okay. I feel like you're just, it's almost deciding I'm not doing this anymore. Okay. Um, I don't want to be stuck in these feelings anymore. That's what I'm getting from these. And what was that? That's why you're setting boundaries. That's why you're building up your armor. Um, that's why you're taking back control of your life, right? And that's a hard thing to do. Just deciding that this isn't going to be your life anymore, kind of energy. That you're actually going to get some stability back into things. Because I've got 4 of Pentacles and 4 of Swords. And 4 of Swords is a card of healing. It's a card of taking the time for you to get yourself back where you need to be. And I feel this 4 of Pentacles, it could be financially, but also a lot of you are going to be keeping a lot of things close to your chest, whether it be ideas or money, feelings. Just, you're going to kind of keep your own company for a little bit, I hear. And it's not that you don't want to be around other people, it's just going to be that you need to get yourself back where you need to be. How's that saying go? We can't take care of others if we don't take care of ourselves first. And I don't want to say you're done taking care of others, because I don't feel that. It's just like you're finally taking the much needed break that you need and making sure that you're okay, because you need to be okay. And I like that. So it's nice to see that as 2021 ends, even if it isn't on the best terms, it's something that you know you need to change and needs to change within your life. So you're taking the steps that you need to take to find your balance again. And I was just going to say, this card often represents a choice, but I get the feeling that you've already made the choice to cut out what you need to cut out. And I feel a lot of you are strategizing and planning your future. You're cutting out the things that you need to cut out. You're being blunt with the people you need to be blunt with. And you're saying, you're speaking your truth is what I'm getting. You're saying, listen, this isn't the way it's working, not for me, and I'm not going to deal with this anymore. So I feel good. I want to say a step in the right direction almost. Um, because as the year goes on, we've got the moon here, and it's almost as though, like, the future's uncertain, but you're attempting to step out of that uncertainty. And I just heard you're confronting the things that you fear the most, which ties in perfectly to this courage card, right? Um, you don't know what's coming, but I just heard it has to be better than what it is. Okay? Which is an interesting feeling because it's just like a determination determination of saying that, well, even if it's shitty now, I can't let it be shitty forever. Um, it's almost like I know that there's better in this life and I deserve it. So again, I really, really love that these oracle cards you've picked out are kings. And I ultimately feel like this metal king is giving off a lot of this King of Swords energy with the discipline, the armor, the boundaries, because the King of Swords is really good about saying what needs to be said and setting the perimeter. I just heard. Just like that's the boundary. This far, no further. Like I can do this for you, and that's it. We cannot go further. So yeah, I do like that. And the other cards that have come out here, Justice, Temperance, and the Empress. I just heard settling into balance. It just kind of feels like I just heard the proper yin and yang. And part of that comes from this moon and the sun on the Temperance card, but also like the lighter energy and the darker energy on this Justice card. It's, and I don't even want to say, because that's not the energy I'm getting, that it's being attributed to the universe, because, well, like part of it is, I mean, these are 3 major arcana cards. Like the universe and spirit do have some say in, like, I want to say getting you on the path that you need to be getting on, but it's almost like you are, I just heard co-creating with spirit in the sense that you've grabbed the reins and you know exactly the direction that you want to go. And I just heard the universe is right there behind you, because that's the path that they want you on, right? So it's a sense of, how do I want to put that? Grabbing your destiny, I heard. Knowing that the way things have been lately are not the way that they'll always be, and recognizing that if you move forward, you're going to find the abundance that you've been working so hard for. It's like pulling yourself back up, like from anything that you've been feeling with this 5 of Pentacles in particular. I'm getting any of the lack, any of the isolation, any of the I just heard low self-worth. Because to me that's what the 5 of Pentacles can also be, just almost a feeling of not good enough. No matter the sense of it, right? Whether it's within you, financially, emotionally, just something like you just don't have enough to give, whatever that is, you're going to realize that, well, you have more. You have so much to offer, right? And it's just a matter of taking care of yourself first and realizing that maybe in the past you've given too much. And so it's just finding the sense of, what's that message? How's it coming through? Your limits is what they're saying. Just finding your limits, because I feel like in the past you kind of had an idea of what they were, but you always felt like what you were giving wasn't enough. well, it's been more than enough and you've been taken advantage of. Um, I'm feeling so, for a lot of you, 2022 is going to be, I hesitate to say a glow up because I feel like you are already exactly what you need to be. It's just more of not over giving. Oh my goodness, what is this message? It's like it's coming from this peacock spirit too. Like the let it shine. Like you've been oh, I just heard some of you, other people may have been taking a bit more credit for your um achievements than they ought to have been. Um and a lot of you that's in terms of work. Um I just get like a, as 2021 comes to a close, I feel for a lot of you it's a real like beaten down energy, and I don't like that for you. But what I do like is when 2022 sets in, that's the energy you're coming out of. It's just a feeling of enough is enough, right? Which is ultimately fantastic. I feel like we have here 3. I want some more. Anything? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's basically exactly what I've been saying. 9 of Wands is the card of the wounded warrior, right? You've just been pushed on, pushed on, pushed on for so long. It's a card of perseverance, especially when times are hard. And this is where you're at, because I'm hearing a lot of you are just working on autopilot, um, which is a feeling I absolutely understand these days. Um, but I get the feeling that you're done with it. 3 of Pentacles, the message I got from that is I'm done being taken advantage of. I feel like if it was in terms of work, even in relationships for a lot of you, it's like there wasn't a team effort. Like this card might as well have come out in reverse for the energy that's coming off of it. It's someone wasn't exactly pulling their weight, whether it be in work or in love. I just heard someone's been taking advantage of your giving nature, which is not cool. And I feel like that's what's been beating you down for so long. Just that there isn't an equal give and take, right? From this 2 of Pentacles card, you just look, this one here, it looks solid, it looks real, right? And this looks airy and ethereal and just kind of, I want to say wisps of air. And the message I'm getting from that is just that this solid thing is what you've put in, and this white one up here is the promises of others. They never materialized, is what I'm getting. So it's just like the effort that you've put in has been weighing on you and weighing on you and weighing on you. But around you is just the words that, oh, don't worry, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I promise I'll do better. We're going to work this out for you. Things like that. And they just never materialize. And what I just heard from that is a lot of you, that's where your breaking point has been. I'm getting, for some of you, there's recently been an event that has just been the straw that's broken the camel's back, so to speak. And it's just been something, even if it was something small, like just a little, like, oh, your spouse said they'd take out the trash, and then it's just sat there for several days until you finally had to take it out. And when you're taking it out the door, they were just like, oh, I was going to do that. And you're just like, well, no. And it's not the same scenario for everyone, but it's something along those lines. Whereas you've been doing this for so long, you've been carrying this for so long, you've been fighting forward, saying things are going to get better. And I get the feeling that you're realizing that better sometimes means letting something go in order to get better. Like it's releasing the burden, right? Because I feel like if this person here just let go of all these words and all this ethereal bullshit, it would just float off, never to be seen again. But it wouldn't live rent free in their head anymore, right? It wouldn't be the same things that they've always heard. And that's, I do like that. What else came out here is the Six of Swords, the Chariot, and the Six of Wands. It's like the moment you realize that you deserve better than what you've been getting, and what is that? I also heard better than what you've been giving, because I feel like you've been giving so long that you're that's probably another part of the Five of Pentacles where it just feels like your efforts aren't good enough. You're so tired you can't put the same level in that you could before, is what I'm getting for a lot of you. And that's where this Four of Swords comes in, the healing energy, the taking care of self energy. It's just the moment where you realize, I can't do this, I can't do what I've always done until I heal, right? So there's definitely a moving on energy here. And it's the moving on that brings success. And I almost want to say more positive attention, because that's kind of what the Six of Wands card is. It's not just success, it's also in the upright positive attention. At least that's how I read it. Just because like this person's on a stage, right? It's almost there's like a crowd. It's almost like a performer on stage, and everyone's cheering. The audience is cheering, like, good job, we're so proud of you, kind of energy. And that, I think, is what I get. A lot of you are moving out of some situation, and the people around you are going to say, I'm so proud of you for having the courage to leave this. That's what I'm getting. And that alone feels like success, right? Just knowing that you've taken steps to ensure your benefit, your healing. It's a good energy I'm pulling off this card. It's almost just like a weight off your shoulders release kind of energy. And that's tied definitely into the Six of Swords and the Chariot. It's taking back control of your life, right? And moving on. And I do love that. I do want to pull a couple more cards. I'm going to use the Muse Tarot for this, just because I want a full deck. I want specifically cards on love and feeling. Just so, like, I know this is a general reading, and I know this general message is going to resonate in different ways, but for those of you who are looking for love this next year, I do want to give you that. I'm not going to give you half the deck, though. I'm sorry. Gosh, that's made quite a mess. And I wish that weren't the message I just heard either, because the cards that did actually come out are Eight of Swords, Eight of Voices, and Two of Materials, Two of Pentacles. So this Two of Pentacles that I got here, for a lot of you, that is a love relationship, something you might currently be in or something you will be entering into, and you later feel and find that it isn't for you. Like it's almost like you've been repressed. You're not doing this anymore. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Oh. I'm getting repeating messages. So the general message here for a lot of you is in terms of love. Because I did get the Four of Pentacles again. It's the same energy. It's keeping everything that you have close to your chest because you just don't want to be hurt again. Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles, Knight of Voices, Knight of Swords. For a lot of you, what I'm getting with these knights is can't get out of here fast enough. Others of you, I feel, with the Knight of Wands specifically, you're just gonna take your time and have your fun. I'm getting not ready to settle down vibes from that. Like you just want your relationships to be fun and stress-free. I'm getting, especially if what you've been coming out of is like all this Five of Cups, Three of Swords, Five of Pentacles. And the Knight of Voices, the Knight of Swords, tells me like that's what you're kind of setting your sights on. That's your goal, and you're going to keep moving forward with that. So it's almost like a lot of you might just be in that mindset because you're not ready for a long-term relationship or a strong commitment or anything like that. You just want to, I'm hearing, just take care of your own feelings. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're not like just unabashedly hurting people along the way, right? For others of you, I feel there will be someone who is in a king kind of energy that you might fall into. I just heard. Even those of you who are actually just looking for the fun and the let loose energy, this feels unexpected. It's like someone, I don't want to say came along and ruined your fun, but that might be what you say just because like I wasn't actually looking for this and here you are. And that's for some of you, not all of you. Again, similar cards. I do have the Fool at the bottom of the deck though, which means that you're trying to change the patterns that you've been in for quite a while, which there's nothing wrong with. I'm getting like trying to start fresh energy. Seven of Cups is here. Options, but also I'm getting like a daydreamy kind of fantasy energy. Like even though you might not be ready for that commitment, it's almost like you still think of it and hope for it and dream of it. I do like this. We've got the Chariot here again. It's moving forward energy. It feels like this particular Chariot is towards the end of the year. So if it is love, it might be closer to the end of the year. Yeah, because I'm with the Fool at the bottom of the deck. It's like the journey begins. And it does move, but I mean, all journeys take time, right? We do have the Ace of Cups here. So it is new love, and I've got Strength here too, which I absolutely adore, especially with the Courage card that came out here. Like, as the theme of the year, like, the Strength is, I'm feeling the embodiment of it, and it comes, again, I'm feeling closer to the end of the year. I just heard fall. Where you actually start, I'm King of Wands, right? Fire energy, Aries energy, right? Like you're fire. It's like when you've built yourself back up and you're feeling at the top of your game, you can conquer the world, is what I'm hearing. Love knocks you on your ass, but not in a bad way, is what I'm hearing. It's just, I wouldn't be surprised, those of you who are absolutely into like looking for love and everything, hoping for it, manifesting it, if sometime in August, September. I know I said fall. August does, it's towards the end of summer. Um, August, September, you start seeing the tower in some readings. Okay, whether it be your own or videos you watch, I would not be surprised if the tower starts popping up in a way that, again, love knocks you on your ass, but it's in a good way. It's in a new love. Like, I wasn't looking for them, and here they are, and I got to deal with this because they've changed my life kind of energy, is what I'm getting for that. Which I think is fun. Um, I always kind of find it fun when love kind of knocks you on your ass and just because it's just like the sweeping you off your feet energy is what I'm getting. Um, but it definitely feels like you fall and you fall hard. Um, what I will say is that in a couple weeks I am doing love readings for 2022, so keep your eye on that. It's going to be more in depth than this, because this general thing, um, I'm planning to take it month by month and kind of give you a read on what that's going to be. Um, so look out for that. But overall, I really like next year for you, Aries. It gets off to a rough start, not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat this because I feel like if you're prepared and you know it's coming, it's ultimately going to help you get to where you need to be faster. Because, like, well, it's just preparedness, right? So, like, it looks a little rough, but I always love seeing people taking care of themselves, putting themselves first when they've been putting themselves last for so damn long. So, I mean, the fact that towards the end of the year, I was feeling the Chariot and Temperance and the Empress and the Six of Wands energy, like success and abundance and peace, harmony, right? Is beautiful. So I really love this for you, Aries. And I wish you all the best in 2022. I hope it's everything you hope for. And yeah, those of you looking for the love readings, keep an eye out for those couple-ish weeks. And yeah, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like if this resonated. That helps me know I tapped into your energies, which is super important for me as a tarot reader. And I really hope to see you in the next one. All right? Take care.